So, if you look at a lot of websites, they'll sometimes talk about a tweet. Somebody tweeted something and maybe the blog post is a reaction to that or something like that. And it's really this nice block there that shows like the Twitter logo or the person's little avatar, and then it's got, it looks like just a piece of Twitter just put right into that page. Doing this is actually really easy in WordPress. It's super easy. So I'm using WordPress 4.9.8 here. And I'm using the Gutenberg editor. And there's a couple ways to do it in Gutenberg and a couple ways to do it in the classic editor too. But let's just focus on a couple here. So I've got a test post here, and let's say I want to add a tweet. The first thing I want to do is get the good link to that tweet. So here is some tweets of mine just to use as an example. And in order to get the link to a tweet you want to go directly to it. So the best way to do that is to click on the date, or sometimes it says an hour ago or something like that. But here it's got a date. I click on that and it gives me this little box here, and I can click here and there is copy link to tweet. So now I have a good link that I could use. And of course you can get that at the top of the screen in the URL too and all. So one way to get the tweet in there in the Gutenberg editor is click Add Block, and there's a Twitter one. I could search for it if you don't see it, and you just insert Twitter URL there. I paste it in. I hit embed, and there it is. And that's exactly how it would look if I were to preview this post. So I could hit preview, and I could see. Well, there's another example. Here's that test post I was doing. You can see it's nicely embedded in there. So I can include as many of these as I want. It's really handy, especially if you're doing a post and you want to show like, well, here's what people are saying around on Twitter. You can embed a bunch of these in here. I'm going to, with this selected, click to remove the block. You don't even have to go that far. You could just say, okay, I want to add a new block here, or just actually even hit a return, right? And you're in the next block and it's paragraph block. But if I paste that Twitter URL in there, it instantly recognizes it as a Twitter URL and converts that to a Twitter block as well. So super simple, and you can imagine how quickly you can fly through creating posts where you show 5 or 10 tweets and your reaction to them, or how it supports your point or goes against it or something like that. If you have a classic, you're in the classic editor, so equivalent to using the classic block here, it works the same way. So I could just paste in, and it instantly in the classic editor will recognize that's a tweet and include this block in here. So really nice, and I can put some stuff there at the bottom. So it's super simple. So if it's something you've thought of, oh, I'd like to look at how to do that, or maybe you haven't thought of that, and now here's a whole other way to use your blog. You could if you blog about any subject, you can look up people's opinions on Twitter, embed their tweets, and then talk about their tweets and why you agree or disagree with them.